By its very nature, it combined pride with cunning, matched passion with often wicked playfulness. Seers approached it with respect, humbly asked it for a viewing, courted its favor with their minds and their magic, but never their touch. The eye of truth was never to be touched. It was a golden rule of childhood, drummed into the head of every Fey from infant to ancient. The eye held the concentrated magic of ages, power so pure and undiluted that laying hands upon it would be like laying hands upon the great sun. But the eye was keeping secrets, and Tairen's soul was a desperate king with no time to waste and no patience for protocol. The eye of truth would be touched. He was the king, and he would have his answers. He would wrest them from the oracle by force if necessary. His hands rose. He summoned power effortlessly and wove it with consummate skill. Silvery white air formed magical webs that he laid upon the doors, walls, floor, and ceiling. A spidery network of lavender spirit joined the air, then green earth to seal all entrances to the hall. None would enter to disturb him. No scream, no whisper, no mental cry could pass those shields. Come good or ill, he would wrest his answers from the eye without interruption, and if it demanded a life for his impertinence, it would be unable to claim any but his. He closed his eyes and cleared his mind of every thought not centered on his current purpose. His breathing became deep and even, going in and out of his lungs in a slow rhythm that kept time with the beat of his heart. His entire being contracted into a single shining blade of determination. His eyes flashed open. Tairen's soul reached out both hands to grasp the eye of truth. Power immeasurable, immutable, arced through him. His head flew back beneath its onslaught, his teeth bared, his throat straining with the scream of agony. Pain drilled his body like 1,000 Seldor blades, and despite 1,200 years of learning to absorb pain, to embrace it and mute it, Rain writhed in torment. This pain was unlike any he had ever known. This pain refused to be contained. Fire seared his veins and scorched his skin. He felt his soul splinter and his bones melt. The eye was angry at his daring affront. He had assaulted it with his bare hands and bare power, and such was not to be borne. Its fury screeched along his bones, vibrating down his spine, slashing at every nerve center in his body until tears spilled from his eyes and blood dripped from his mouth where he bit his lip to stop screaming. "Nay," he gasped. "I am the Tairen soul, and I will have my answer." If the eye wished to cement the extinction of both Tairen and Fey, it would claim Rain's life. He was not afraid of death. Rather, he longed for it. He surrendered himself to the eye and forced his tortured body to relax. Power and pain flowed into him, through him, claiming him without resistance, and when the violent rush of power had invaded his every cell, when the pain filled his entire being, a strange calm settled over him. The agony was there, extreme and nearly overwhelming, but without resistance, he was able to distance his mind from his body's torture, to disassociate the agony of the physical from the determination of the mental. He forced his lips to move, his voice a hoarse, cracked whisper of sound that spoke ancient words of power to capture the eye's immense magic in flows of air, water, fire, earth, and spirit. His eyes opened, glowing bright as twin moons in the dark reflection of the eye, burning like coals in a face bone white with pain. With voice and mind combined, Tairen's soul asked his question: "How can I save the Tairen and the Fey?" Relentlessly, absorbing the agony of direct contact with the eye, he searched its raging depths for answers. Millions of possibilities flashed before his eyes, countless variations on possible futures, countless retellings of past events. Millennia passed in an instant, visions so rapid his physical sight could never have hoped to discern them, yet his mind, steadily commanding the threads of magic, absorbed the images and processed them with brutal clarity. He stood witness to the deaths of millions, the rise and fall of entire civilizations,